It's very bright outside. Okay. Welcome back to my channel, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I stopped using the no poo method. And if you don't know what that is, I have 4 other videos all about this topic. The first one is my journey and why I decided to stop using shampoo and conditioner. The second one is my hair care routine, not anymore, but that was my no poo hair care routine. And then the third one was maintenance tips to get the best no poo experience. And then the fourth video was mistakes to avoid. I'm going to talk about a lot of things in this video, so I will do like a summary of the video down in the description so you guys can figure out what this video is all about. But yeah, I'm just going to tell you why I stopped using the no poo method. I have nothing against the no poo method. I was obsessed with this method for 8 months, and I would still be obsessed with it if I had a different lifestyle. And that is something that is really important with doing the no poo method, is your type of lifestyle and if it actually works for you. I recently started working at a food truck about a month ago. My shifts usually end around like 9:30, and so then I don't get home until around 10 o'clock. And as you know, the no poo method takes way longer than just putting shampoo on your hair and like washing it in. You have to spray like literally everywhere, do that for baking soda and apple cider vinegar, and it just took way too long for me. And at 10 o'clock at night, I'm like really exhausted and I just want to go to bed. So it's a really big commitment to go no poo, and I think just like getting this job, and especially since my hair was dirtier because I was in a greasy food truck, that was the first indicator that it was not for my lifestyle. The second indicator was that I go to the beach a lot. I am a beach person. My family, we own a beach house, and we just love the beach. And when I went to the beach, I brought my no poo stuff. I brought the baking soda and the apple cider vinegar, and I just couldn't do it. I would use the baking soda to wash my hair. I couldn't even get my fingers through my hair. Like when I tell you that I could not get my fingers through my hair was so flat on my head from all of the salt water and the like dirty stuff in the ocean that I physically could not wash my hair with the baking soda. So then obviously I had to use shampoo because I literally could not wash my hair, which was terrible. That point when I was at the beach and I had to use shampoo, when I used it, I was like, wow, like this is so much better. Even though it had so many chemicals in it, my hair just felt so much better. And even when I had washed my hair for a day after the baking soda, my hair would just be like clumpy and like gross, and I was like, what is going on? So my hair would look dirty even when it wasn't, and I was like, it just started to not work as well as it had worked at the beginning of the process. Baking soda is in the red zone. It has a pH of 9, and that is not healthy to be putting on your scalp. Obviously, there are other no poo alternatives like rye flour. I tried rye flour. I will talk to you about that in a little while. I understand baking soda is a pH of 9. You're putting that, and then the pH of 3 from the apple cider vinegar kind of like balances them out. But still, I'm like, how is that any better than shampoo? And if you use baking soda to clean like gunk out of your shower or something, like why would you want to put that on your hair? It's kind of like the same thing as Coca-Cola. If you can burn rust off of your car with Coca-Cola, why would you want to put that in your body? Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. It also weakened my hair to the point where I was not losing hair, but I was like shedding more hair than normal. And even though I am going 4 days without washing my hair now, it still was way too much hair that I should not have been losing. Shampoo is in the safe zone for your hair because it usually has a pH from like 5 to 7, which is the same as your scalp. If the no poo method does work for you, I do recommend starting with the baking soda just to clean everything out of your scalp, because that is a good like refresher to get everything out. And then I would definitely transition to something that is healthier for your hair, like rye flour. I tried rye flour. I feel like when I tried rye flour, in my heart I was already like, no, I'm done with this. I don't want to do it. So that's why I had such a negative experience with rye flour. But yeah, if rye flour or something else works better for you than baking soda, then I would definitely recommend doing that because it's definitely safer for your hair. Let me talk about my rye flour experience, and then we can go into like the shampoo industry, what I think of all that stuff, and then also pros and cons of the no poo method. With rye flour, it took way too long. Like, I was probably in the shower for a half an hour doing like the whole rye flour process. First of all, you have to make it right before you shower. So that was not an issue. I was like, okay, whatever. It took like 2 minutes to make the rye flour. I was like, all right, whatever. I go in the shower, I'm putting it on my hair, I'm lathering it up, I'm doing all the things that people tell you to do on YouTube, because I watched a ton of videos on this before I did the rye flour. Trying to get it out of my hair was an issue. It took so long to even just get out what was on my hair out, and I want to make a point that the next day, after I was done with the rye flour, I was like itching my ear, and there was literally rye flour in my ear. I was like, this is disgusting. I could barely move my fingers through my hair. Like, just like getting it out was so difficult. And I felt gross in the shower. I felt gross because it went all over my body, like even when it was not in my hair, because even though I washed most of it out, it was still in my hair. It was all over my body, literally everywhere. And even when I got out of the shower, it was everywhere. I already knew that that was going to happen because, again, I did a bunch of research. People say it's still in your hair after you wash it, but then when you dry your hair and you brush it, it all just easily falls out. And I was like, okay. Usually I let my hair air dry because I'm like not a person that likes to put heat on my hair or like products and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed. I forced myself to blow dry my hair because I could not go to bed with a bunch of rye flour flakes in my hair because I felt disgusting. I felt like there were like bugs or something in my hair. As I was blow drying my hair, all of the flakes started falling out onto my carpet. That was a whole other issue. Then I had to go outside and shake my rug because it had crap all over it. I brushed through it and was like doing all that, and then there was a bunch of rye flour flakes in my hairbrush and on the ground and all over my bureau. And I was like, what is happening? I will say that my hair was very soft. It was very soft. It was very like silky and shiny and glorious, but like my hair looks like that now. And I'm using shampoo, so like why go through all that trouble to just get shiny hair and smooth hair? So now I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the no poo method. Pros: there's no chemicals. It cleans your hair very, very well. You wash your hair less often. Yes, there are no chemicals. Perfect. But if you get a good shampoo that doesn't have any of the bad chemicals, then why wouldn't you rather do that? I would not take back going no poo because it was amazing and it cleared my scalp of all of the sulfates and all of the gross chemicals that were on my hair. I went from washing my hair every day / every other day to washing my hair every 4 days, which is amazing, and I'm so grateful for that. Some cons: it weakens your hair. It weakened my hair a lot, and I can definitely tell that now it's starting to regain the strength, but for a while my hair was just like falling out all the time, and I was like, this is not okay, this is not healthy for my scalp. The pH is not in the safe zone. Baking soda, out of the safe zone. I will put more research on that topic down in the description. There's a very good YouTube video about the pH of baking soda and when you should be using it. Sorry, a truck just went by my house. Your brushes get dirty super fast. This is just going to happen because you are not washing your hair for 4 days. So your hairbrush is going to get dirty. There's not really anything you can do about that. Not the best thing for your hair, obviously, like rye flour and stuff. that is better for your hair than putting baking soda. But again, if you're using shampoo, then the shampoo is going to be worse for your hair if it has all of those chemicals in it. Not easy to travel with. Again, like when I went to the beach, it wasn't easy to use with beach salty, dirty hair, and it was not easy to travel with because they're big, like, spray bottles that you have to take, or if you need to make more baking soda, then you have to take a big thing of apple cider vinegar and baking soda. And then some other pros that I forgot to mention that are really important when you are deciding if you want to do the no poo method. It affects the environment in a positive way because you are not buying those shampoo bottles and throwing them in the trash, but you can just buy the baking soda or like recycle things. Another thing that I wanted to mention with the rye flour was that, yes, my hair did feel like really soft, but my ends were really dry and frizzy. And even my mom said that, like, even after my shower, she was like, wow, your hair looks like really frizzy. So I was like, that's not what I was going for, but thank you. And the reason that rye flour is better for your hair is because it has a pH of 5, which is the same as your scalp. I also talk a lot more about rye flour in my last video where I talk about mistakes to avoid when you do the no poo method, so be sure to go check that out. All of those videos and that playlist that all of those videos are in will be linked in the description box below. I wanted to try nettle tea and I did not get the chance to try nettle tea. Nettle tea is used to grow your hair, and I have like really thin hair right here and like in the corners of my hair, and I think that's one from putting a turban in my hair for like so long, and then also from like putting my hair in ponytails and buns all the time. I think that it's just like pulling back and this hair on the corners is just like damaged. So I definitely want to try nettle tea so that I can hopefully grow that stuff out. So let's go back to the original reason why I decided to go no poo. My hair would be so greasy after 1 to 2 days of not washing it. And that was obviously not ideal for me. I was like, I should not be going one day and then having to wash my hair. I have extremely oily hair, and yes, it gets super oily, like every day. Not anymore, but it used to. And I tried going like, wait a week and then wash your hair and it should be fine. No, it wasn't. And the cause of that was sulfates that were in my shampoo and conditioner. At the time, I did not realize that you could buy shampoo without sulfates. If I knew that, I probably would have just changed shampoos that didn't have sulfates in it. But I am actually really glad that I did this, because before you go from a shampoo that has sulfates in it to a shampoo that doesn't have sulfates, I definitely recommend doing the baking soda and apple cider vinegar for like a month, just so you can clean all of the gunk and all of the sulfates and parabens and silicones off of your hair. Okay, I know I just said silicone. Wait, is it silicone? It's silicone. Silicone. I always say that word wrong, and people make fun of me for it. So, whatever. YOLO. What is wrong with me? Anyway, where was I? And I do plan on doing a baking soda cleanse every single year just to get all of the gunk and product that is on my head off. Then I did some more research, as I would do. And so I went on YouTube and the internet and I looked for ingredients that you should avoid in shampoos and conditioners. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these, so I'm going to be leaving all of these ingredients down in the description box below so that you guys can do some more research on them by yourself. But these are just what I picked up. So sulfates or surfactants. So these are the things that strip your hair of your natural oils and which makes your hair look more greasy and produce more oils. Surfactants also produce the foam that is in your shampoo. You don't need a shampoo that lathers and that foams up to know that you're cleaning your hair. People think that if your shampoo doesn't foam, it's not cleaning your hair. That is 100% not true, completely wrong. Fragrance. You do not want fragrance in your products. Fragrance are a known irritant for the skin and for the hair, and it is just not a good product to look for in shampoos. Even though a lot of shampoos do have them, I did find one shampoo that has natural fragrance instead of artificial fragrance. And I will talk about that in a little bit. I'll talk about that, what I've been using on my hair. Polysorbates, silicones, is it? Silicones. They cause buildup, and they're really heavy on the hair, and they also block moisture so that all that natural moisture from the air and things can't not get into your hair. Parabens. These are linked to cancer, and they also affect the hormones in your body. Specific alcohols, I will leave them down in the description. Not all alcohols are bad. If you see something alcohol on your bottle, it is not always a bad thing. And then petroleum and mineral oil, those are also heavy on the hair, and then they don't let any moisture in or out. Okay, so now that we narrowed that down, I have a list here of all of these shampoos and conditioners that I looked up that are sulfate free and fragrance free and everything that I just listed. So the one that I'm currently using right now is the Giovanni's Brazilian Keratin and Argan Oil shampoo and conditioner. I love it so far. At the end, when I get through the whole bottle and the whole conditioner and shampoo, I'm going to be doing a full review on the product, because then I feel like I'll have a better grasp of what my hair feels like after using it for 5 months or something. And when I do the review, I'm going to go into more detail of the ingredients and what it has in it, and do kind of a rating based on the ingredients. This shampoo is sulfate, paraben, and silicone free, which is perfect. Those are the 3 main ones that affect the hair the most. So make sure that if you're getting a shampoo, those are the 3 main things that you need to watch out for in your shampoo. And of course, I also went on YouTube and I looked at which shampoos are the best sulfate-free shampoos, and I went through every single product, and I looked at the ingredients, and I looked at the reviews. A lot of the ones that they said that were sulfate-free actually were not. You wouldn't even know if you didn't look at the ingredient list. They're just marketing it to you, so you will buy it because it's sulfate-free, but it has a ton of chemicals in it. Girl, do your research before you buy this stuff. I did a week's worth of research before I settled on the Giovanni hair care brand. And the Giovanni hair care brand is recyclable, and it's approved by, I think, the CDC or something, or the USDA or something. So that's really important. The second one, which I've heard so much about, is the Wow shampoo and conditioner, the apple cider vinegar and the coconut conditioner. So that one was the other one, and then Wow also has a different one. They have a coconut milk shampoo, which I was going to try that one, but comparing the Giovanni and the Wow shampoo, the Giovanni had better ingredients, and the Wow was also more expensive. And I also looked at reviews for that one on YouTube, and not all of them were amazing, but some of them were good. People either love that one or hate that one, so I definitely want to try that one after I'm done with my Giovanni hair care. Giovanni also has a shea butter shampoo and conditioner, which that one I was going to try, but the Brazilian Keratin or whatever, that one fit my hair type a lot better. Another one was the coconut milk shampoo, and a lot of people said that that one dried out their hair, and then other people said that it cleans thoroughly, so 2 sides to that one as well, so I wasn't sure about that one. And then the Botanic Hearth Argan Oil shampoo and conditioner, that one I found on Amazon. Those were the top ones that I found that had the best ingredients and that would do the best for your hair. There are some options. I hope that helped. Just know that there are options. If the no-poo method does not work for you, you do not have to keep doing it. There are other options. There are other shampoos and conditioners that will give your hair the things that it needs without putting chemicals and terrible things on your hair. That is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys like this video. You guys definitely love my no poo series. There are so many comments and likes on that video, and I'm so thankful for that. Thank you so much, and I hope to bring back some more shampoo and conditioner reviews and things like that for you soon. I'll see you in my next video, guys.